Every cruise is different, and sometimes the ship makes all the difference. My first time on Celebrity Cruises, boring. Then I tried the Celebrity Ascent, amazing. So when I boarded Celebrity Beyond, I had one big question. Would it feel just as incredible, or was the Ascent a one-time fluke? Let's find out. I like to try a cruise line 3 times before I decide if it's for me. There's so many variables that can affect your cruise experience, including the class of ship that you book on. This was my 3rd time trying out Celebrity. Our first time was on the Celebrity Silhouette, and we found ourselves pretty bored throughout the cruise. I did have the opportunity to try the Edge class on the Celebrity Ascent shortly after it launched, and I was blown away by how different the experience was. I was hoping that the Celebrity Beyond would be very similar to my experience on the Ascent. I'm surprised how easy it has been so far. There's not many people around, so they're doing a really good job of spreading the boarding times around. Holy crap. Look at this long ass line. Alright, I take that back. This is a really long line for security. This is one of the newer ships. The Grand Plaza is the heartbeat of the ship, and honestly, I would say this is my favorite spot of any cruise ship. It's massive, it spans 3 decks with restaurants all around it, including Cafe El Bacio, where you can grab amazing coffees and some of the best sweets you'll find on this ship. No matter when you walk by, you can't resist looking down to see what's happening. It's perfect for people watching or just sitting back and letting people watch you. On nights that we didn't have much to do, this is where we'd hang out and soak in the energy, or sit and watch people fall asleep. And I'll talk about that later in the video. When I sailed on Celebrity Ascent, getting a reservation at Eden, one of the ship's most popular specialty dining venues, was like trying to score a last-minute table at the hottest restaurant in town. It was nearly impossible. So when we boarded the Celebrity Beyond, we didn't even stop to drop our bags. We went straight to the specialty dining reservation desk at the OceanView Cafe buffet to lock in our spot. Now here's the thing, they have this reservation desk available all cruise long, but honestly, you probably won't need it, because one of my biggest complaints about this sailing would make sure you never forget about specialty dining.
So, you have any reservation to any other specialty dining during your cruise?
The what?
You have any reservation to the night?
Yeah, we're going to go to Eden.
Tonight?
Yeah, we're booked. Thank you, baby.
Okay, then so from home,
Pardon me?
you already prepaid?
Yes, it's already done.
Because we have a special over beside the Eden. If you change your mind to go to Steakhouse or Rooftop, that's at 20%.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we're running out of time for dinners, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. It's been non-stop interruptions for breakfast for upsells. I get it, most cruise lines try to upsell you on specialty dining, but when a cruise line positions itself as a premium experience, having your breakfast constantly interrupted by sales pitches doesn't exactly feel premium. In fact, I can't remember ever being pestered this much, not even on MSC, and that's saying something. And speaking of MSC, we even sailed right past our brand new stunning cruise terminal as we left Miami. I went with my friends Jeremy and BJ to check out the infinite veranda cabins they were staying in and see their first impressions.
Ooh, this is cute.
Look at the balcony is secret. Right?
Oh,
That's what makes them special.
Oh, nice.
Personally, I love these cabins. The all-glass wall makes the room feel much bigger, and since I don't spend a lot of time outside on a balcony, having that view plus the extra space is a big win for me. Now, imagine sailing through Alaska. You can enjoy these breathtaking views without freezing. Just keep the window up and you're warm and cozy inside while still soaking in the scenery. Of course, in the hot summer months, it's a different story. Lower that window and your cabin can heat up pretty quickly. By the end of their cruise, Jeremy and BJ told me they still prefer a traditional balcony, and that's totally fair. Have you tried one of these cabins before? Drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think of these. We are in an inside cabin, 7204, going on our way to get our keys. So this is weird. Our cabins are actually, there's two of them. You have to kind of go in through this little hallway, so it doesn't exactly lead you into the cabin. How do you like being in an inside cabin?
It feels like you're on the outside because of the way the door is.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
This is huge for an inside cabin.
I guess. I'm a newbie.
I was pleasantly surprised by how spacious this inside cabin felt. The layout is smart, and Celebrity's signature modern design really shines here. The linens are soft and luxurious, definitely a step above what I've experienced on some other cruise lines. And storage was also a big win. There's more than enough room to unpack and keep things organized, which isn't always the case with interior staterooms. The bathroom felt roomy as well, with a walk-in shower that was easy to move around in. Celebrity provides shampoo and conditioner, and while it's nice to have those included, I did find my hair felt better after I switched back to my own products from home. Now this was Joel's first time in an inside cabin, and one of the big perks of interior rooms, especially in the summer, is that the sun doesn't heat them up during the day. They normally stay cool and dark, making it very easy to get a good night of sleep. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case on this cruise. Our air conditioning just didn't keep up, and the cabin stayed uncomfortably warm for the rest of the sailing. So our temperature's been a 66 degrees set, and this keeps on going up. We just reported it, and our cabin attendant came in and he said that's not normal. And so they are going to report it and see, let's see what happens. And it wasn't just in our room.
It's so hot.
Huh?
It's hot.
Yeah. Overall, the ship felt hot in many areas.
Tragedy strikes for Celebrity Beyond passengers as their Caribbean cruise gets cancelled just hours before it's due to depart.
This sailing was only the second for Beyond after a cancelled cruise. The ship was operating at half speed with just one engine working, and we were told it would be about a month before repairs could be made. I can't say for certain, but I do wonder if that has something to do with the lack of air conditioning throughout the ship. Good food is a big factor for me when choosing a cruise, and on this sailing, it was one of the biggest highlights. We started our trip with the only specialty dining experience we booked, dinner at Eden on our first night. The restaurant sits at the base of the Eden space, and just like the rest of the ship, it's pretty stunning. Eden features entertainment on the top deck and the scenic walkway where you can catch sunsets like this. The cover charge includes your choice of 2 appetizers, 1 entree, and 1 dessert, or you can upgrade to a 3-hour tasting menu. For us, the included selections were more than enough, and it turned out to be one of the best meals I've ever had at sea. The OceanView Cafe, the ship's buffet, was easily my personal highlight when it came to food. While breakfast time was generally busy, I never found it difficult to get a table. In fact, one morning I arrived at 7:30 a.m. to find the entire place practically empty, a peaceful start to the day. There's also a coffee bar where you can order specialty drinks. My cruise fare included a non-alcoholic beverage package at over $40 a day, which covers specialty coffees, but I honestly found the complimentary Lavazza coffee just as satisfying. Breakfast was consistently delicious, offering just the right variety to keep things interesting for a 7-day cruise. The only exception came on the last day, too, when the scrambled eggs had a strange, unpleasant taste, almost as if made with spoiled milk. It wasn't just me, several people nearby agreed. The cafe's large windows flood the space with natural lights, offering stunning sea views. And when the sunlight became too intense, the shades were drawn for comfort, but the atmosphere always felt bright and inviting. Dinner was where the buffet for me really shined. After a few evenings in the main dining room, we decided to switch to the buffet, and I'm glad we did. The variety was far greater, with the theme nights that kept things exciting. The Mexican buffet was my personal favorite. The food at the buffet looks amazing. There's so much selection and everything looks top notch. Easily some of the best buffet food I've had at sea. Included in your cruise fare are 4 different restaurants, each with their own vibe and menu. First up, there's Tuscan. This one's all about the warm, comfortable Italian flavors like fresh pasta and rich sauces. Then there's Normandy, which brings a French flair to the table. It's very elegant and perfect if you're in the mood for something a little bit more upscale. Cyprus focuses on seafood and Mediterranean flavors. There's lots of Greek and island-inspired dishes on this menu. And finally, there's Cosmopolitan. It's going to be a modern twist on American favorites. Now, here's something that we learned that's not really advertised. One server brought us a menu that showed all the unique dishes from each of the restaurants and told us we could actually order from any of the menus no matter which restaurant we were in. The only catch is if you order from another restaurant's menu, expect a little extra wait while they go to that kitchen and bring it over. We only found out about this because one of the servers mentioned it. Otherwise, it was not something that they really promoted. Tucked away in the corner away from the pool is the Mast Grill, where you can pick up orders of hot dogs, burgers, and fries. There's some various toppings, including mustard, which Joel wasn't a fan of. Huh? What do you mean real mustard? What is fake mustard? While he didn't care for the mustard, he did agree that the food on the ship was top notch.
Food is really good. Food is really good. Everywhere you went, the food is good. The restaurants, the buffet.
There's a restaurant called Blu, exclusive to Aqua Class passengers, that offers a menu focused on lighter, health-minded cuisine. Aqua Class also includes wellness-oriented amenities, such as unlimited access to the spa's thermal suite. For those not in Aqua Class, you can purchase unlimited access to the thermal suite in advance. On our 7-day cruise, the cost was $229. Normally, this is something I would splurge on, but I found myself underwhelmed when I tried it on the Ascent, which features the same spa layout. In my opinion, this is an area where Celebrity falls short, mainly due to the lack of wet areas. I would personally rank Celebrity Spas as 3rd best, behind Virgin Voyages, which has excellent wet areas, and Norwegian Cruise Line, which I consider to be the best in class for this category. If you want to see what the thermal suite and the gym on this ship looks like, check out my Celebrity Ascent video where I did a full walkthrough of each area. But let's talk about the ship itself and why the Edge class is my favorite. Let's talk the numbers. This ship houses 40 different cabin categories with over 3,200 guests and double occupancy spread across 16 decks. It's a marvel afloat. But the showstopper has to be the Magic Carpet. It's a vibrant orange platform. You see it gliding along the side of the ship. It's not just a design statement, it's a shape-shifting venue. It moves between different decks. And it serves as everything from the tender dock or a lounge or bar with panoramic sea views. And here's the thing, when you step back and take it all in, you realize this isn't just a cruise ship. This is, in my opinion, the best designed ship at sea. The restrooms and elevators are placed exactly where you need them. The flow of the spaces feels very natural, and both the indoors and outdoors areas are breathtaking from every angle. And then there's the theater, home of the most stunning high-tech screen I've ever seen on a cruise ship. It makes every show feel like you have a front row experience. I'll talk about the entertainment later in the video. The Rooftop Garden is another great hangout spot on the ship. During the day, you can play pickleball or catch a football game up here. It's a lively space in the sunshine, but at night it transforms into one of the most peaceful spots on board. It's pretty at night, isn't it? ocean breeze up here was incredible, and I could have easily spent the entire evening just relaxing up here. And for those of you enjoying your psychedelics, the massive screen alone will be all the entertainment you need. There's also a rooftop grill in this area. It's an additional cost and I haven't tried it yet, but it's definitely on my list.
Bless your weary head.
At roughly 75 feet, Beyond's pool is well above the typical cruise ship pool length of around 30 to 40 feet. It's 8:35 in the morning on a sea day and there's no chairs anywhere available. I was told by passengers that all pool lounges were taken by 7:30 in the morning, a problem on all cruise ships. That's why, while a pool cabana isn't usually in my cruise budget, I absolutely consider splitting one with a group of friends for a sea day on the Beyond. But if you booked one of these cabanas in the past, a lot of the things that were previously included have been removed while the price has increased as well.
Yes, on another board, someone who sailed on Beyond in February and booked a cabana said the alcohol items were not included.
Checked into the cabana today and asked about the change. Was very politely informed that it had changed and the bottle of alcohol and better menu was not included anymore, even if originally booked. I didn't press the issue with our attendants. It's not their fault and no reason to shoot the messenger.
On a port-intensive itinerary, you might want to stay on board and enjoy a peaceful ship. It's the Puerto Nassau, and it was able to get front row loungers here at like 12:30. If you want to enjoy the pool, this is the time to do it. You also have the adult-only solarium, which has an indoor pool and some hot tubs. But those loungers there were full as well. We were able to locate 2 couches on the sea day right above the solarium.
Time is 9:45. It is the time for the morning broadcast. What a beautiful day at sea ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen.
On sea days, instead of hanging out by the pool, I much prefer to find a cozy spot inside the ship to relax. And on the Celebrity Beyond, Eden was easily my favorite place. With panoramic sea views all around, it's the perfect mix of peaceful and inspiring. There's even a little buffet tucked away that many people don't know about, only open on sea days for breakfast and lunch. And if you need to get work done, like I did while filming promotional videos for my company NOLAVIPCRUISES, I'm Ricky and I'm proud to introduce NOLAVIPCRUISES.
What's up, States fans? This is your boy Wisdom the Gamer, and I'm excited, ecstatic, proud to invite each and every one of you to the Wisdom the Gamer Tailgate Takeover Cruise.
NOLAVIPCRUISES specializes in specialty themed cruises like my football cruise with the New Orleans Saints, as well as corporate incentive trips. If you'd like to talk about putting together your own group specialty cruise, I've included my contact information in the video description below.
Oh.
You think that's gonna be a house right there?
Something.
When it comes to cruising, entertainment and the overall vibe of the ship can make or break the experience. When I sailed on Celebrity Ascent, the entertainment and overall vibe were absolutely incredible. Each night there were multiple options, sometimes 3 or 4 things happening at once, and honestly the hardest part was deciding which event to go to. The cruise director Luigi was hands down my favorite cruise director ever. He had this infectious energy that really brought the whole ship to life. Naturally, I was hoping for a similar experience on Celebrity Beyond, and while the production shows were solid, there were often big gaps in the evening where there just wasn't much in the way of compelling entertainment. As a result, the vibe felt much more muted on Beyond.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Is this been one of the maybe most boring cruises?
and we find ourselves tuning in earlier instead of staying up late for parties or events. To give you an idea of what I mean, let's look at one specific example. On Ascent, the Latin dance party was high energy, packed with music and movement that really matched the theme. Now compare that to the Latin party on Beyond, and it felt like a completely different experience.
And it's 30 minutes later, and this is still the Latin party.
The shows at night at Eden are one of the highlights of entertainment. In order to get any sort of good view of the performances, you need to show up very early as the place gets packed and there's people standing with views of the shows from every angle you can imagine. We showed up an hour early and were able to grab these seats behind the stage where the entertainment warms up before taking the stage. On a sold out sailing, we were only able to catch one show. There were 3 production shows in the main theater, and I felt that each one improved as the cruise went on. The use of the large screen in all the performances was especially impressive and added so much to the experience. The headliner entertainment included Celebrity Cruises regular Matt Johnson, an escape artist and magician best known from Britain's Got Talent.
How dangerous on a scale of 1 to 10 is it?
100.
In one act, he brought a volunteer from the audience on stage and met her levitate. It was an incredible moment. My personal favorite though was a former American Idol contestant who performed a powerhouse set celebrating the queens of music. The show was beautifully staged, it was polished, captivating from start to finish, and it concluded with a stunning rendition of a Whitney Houston classic. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, especially if you've got a cruise booked to St. Martin. My next video is all about the excursion that inspired me to book this sailing in the first place.
There's a pig!
This will actually be my second time doing this excursion, and if you can't wait for the upcoming video, I already have a full video on my channel from the first time I went. It's a one-of-a-kind experience that takes you to the hidden gems of St. Martin, including a must-visit bakery on the French side of the island.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my god, it smells delicious in here.
So what's the excursion? Here's a little hint. Finally, if there's one late night party that you should stay up for, it's the Shine the Night Party. This is the signature party on a celebrity cruise, and you are encouraged to wear sparkly attire. The setup on top of the ship's deck at night is perfect for dancing, with the breeze from the ocean as the cherry on top. Here are my final thoughts. The negatives we experienced were mostly related to having the wrong expectations of what Celebrity Cruises is all about. The Celebrity Beyond is for well-traveled couples and adults who appreciate modern design, elevated dining, and personalized service. They want premium quality without crossing into the ultra-luxury prices. They're looking for a resort at sea feel rather than a floating theme park. If you enjoyed this video, a like and a subscribe helps out a small channel like this tremendously. And as always, thanks for watching.